Hi, I'm Daniel and it's Ashville Weekly, episode 118. It's Monday. I'm not in the yard. I thought I would start my 2023 at the gym. And once I finish here, I think I'm gonna head to the yard and I have QPR later on. Well, I never made it to the office. I made it to the office at my house. I came home, I had a shower, I did some maintenance, human being maintenance, not truck or machine maintenance. And you know what I thought? I never get to sit in my house, so I'm gonna sit in my house. I'm making a list of everything that's outstanding at the refurbishment project, the orders we need to push the button on. On Wednesday, I have a meeting with the company that produced the bathroom renders so I can look at the samples physically in my hand and see if I can value engineer some of it, because I heard some of the prices come back from some of the stone. I put 2 jobs out on LinkedIn yesterday. Both were for sales. One person on the sales of concrete screed and concrete pumps, and another person on aggregates and waste away. QPR again. Look who's joined me. Owen Cronin has joined me. He's it's getting very noisy here. And we are all back at work tomorrow. What time are you in tomorrow morning?
6:50, I'm afraid.
Owen's in at 6:30. I'll probably get in the yard just
Probably
after.
about an hour before.
QPR doing all right. We are 1-0 ahead, but there's still time left. We got about 18 minutes to throw it away. And at the moment it looks like we might. And this man has taken my hospitality and come here to support Sheffield United. Can you imagine? Who do you know who's playing for them?
A few of the lads out there.
Oh, look at this, few of the lads out there, advisor to the stars. We're going to take in some of the scenery, and Owen is going to let us supply MP Morans with bulk bags moving forward, aren't you, Owen?
Price dependent, yeah.
Price dependent. He's one of my best pals, and I've been trying to supply them with bulk bags for years, and I still cannot get in the door there. Why am I not doing any day work with Morans at the moment?
Too expensive.
Too expensive. Cut that out the video. No, don't say that. Say it's not true. Say you were joking. Fool. He's chatting rubbish. Going to enjoy the rest of the game, and we will be in early tomorrow morning. Hopefully QPR can hold on. Steamy windows.
I want to talk to you about something.
Okay.
I wanted to try and implement something, yeah? We incentivise the drivers to sell products for us. So if the tipper drivers are out and they're getting loaded with muck and they're talking to the foreman, they're talking to whoever.
Oh, mate, we can do the concrete. Oh, we do skips as well, mate. We do skips. Oh, yeah, we can do aggregates.
Yeah, ring the office and say, oh, it's Nathan or it's Ollie, yeah. Whoever's got the most converted leads at the end of the month gets like a £100 gift voucher for Amazon or John Lewis or anything like that. They're out on the road all day long. They're the ones seeing the jobs. I think it would be a bit of a missed opportunity, and for the sake of, say 100 quid a month.
I think it's a good idea.
Put it this way, if we sell 2 skips off of it, it pays for the voucher.
I think it's a good idea. I'm glad I thought of it. No, I mean, sure, it's a good idea. What day is it today?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. And we're in the yard. Tessa has another harebrained scheme to take over the world. You know when the two of us stand there and it's a harebrained scheme? The pinky and the brain. Obviously I'm the brain, not pinky.
I'm sure it's a harebrained idea. We're both losing more hair.
No, I'm not losing hair. I'm back. No drivers are in today, but we are doing maintenance. 90% of the office staff are in. We're preparing for all the lads tomorrow. And from what I hear, the phone is ringing and bookings are coming in for tomorrow, Tel?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, not as many as we would like, but the phone is ringing.
A lot of companies we deal with, some of the majors, they're on like training courses today. They're not responding at the moment, but there's been a very productive day. Been able to get a lot done. It's freezing cold and it hasn't stopped raining since we got here. And as I reorganize the skips with the 8 yards at the end, it means that we have revolutionized the way we trade, and now the skip lorries can reverse that bit further in. So 2023 is going to be a big year because of the way I organise the skips in the yard.
That's it.
It's the little things. And the part has arrived for the 926, but we got no one to fit it on. So the 926 is still stranded. And here is commitment for you. Jay broke up his back, but he is back. Come on, spin that camera, Frighty. Jay broke up his back.
Allow me. Getting up this is...
Look at this. Look at that. As a man who has suffered from back pain, I know his pain. I'm going to teach him a little bit about hanging. We've got to hang from the scaffold and just try and rest it sometimes. In the hours, Tezza. I think that wasn't a bad idea, which means it was a good idea.
Daniel, my brother, you look older than me. Listen to me now, listen to me really, really good. You can't get your only mate in the construction industry a double XL Ashville top, so I can advertise you in Tottenham.
I haven't got it. I'm sold out. I haven't got the size, mate. Is the problem to find a double X large or to actually fit you into the double X large?
Well, the problem is, you've got to get it first, and then I will fit myself into it.
Are you sure? This sounds like some kind of Houdini trick, mate.
I'm one of these fellas that I take a size 11 shoe, but if you brought me a new pair of size 9 boots, I can get my feet into them. Anything for nothing you can fit into. It's when you've got to pay for it, you struggle.
Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you an Ashville jumper in medium, and you can fit yourself in it, because you ain't paying for it.
So when are we going on our next expedition?
We're going to keep it on Millwall in February.
No. Your next expedition when you're going to wherever you're going, Finland or Iceland.
I'm going to LA on Saturday.
Oh yeah? I reckon you need an entertainment manager when you're in LA.
Mate, you throw your name into the hat, but you don't seem like you're doing anything for this job.
So I've sent my CV in, and I think Terry's looking at it, but he doesn't know what way to look at it, whether to look at it upside down or sideways. He's still struggling with it. But I couldn't be an entertainment manager watching that football last night. I thought, one, this got 3 points here, boys.
You think it was bad at home? Imagine being there, knowing that you got to go home in traffic at 10 o'clock at night after watching it. It's all right for you, because you've got a helicopter. How many lorries you got out today?
Must be 60 odd out.
What? Do you know how many I've got out today?
How many?
0. I told everyone wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we should have done it, because we only have 30 odd jobs.
How come 60 lorries only have 30 jobs on?
No, that was tippers and grabs and things like that, and then the skips had their own bits. How many new scannies we buying?
I don't know. How many are you going to pay for?
Well, you try and make out you got sat nav in them and all that, and leather and all that, then you don't have half that on it.
Michael, I don't spec lorries like you.
You got the cheap spec, ain't you got public spec.
Mate, you've got manual window winders in your lorries.
Mine are fully spec to the eyeballs.
The last time you said that, I climbed in the lorry and it didn't even have aircon.
Yes, it did.
All leathered up, aircon, all the proper kit, yeah? Not what you treat your poor drivers to.
No, you ain't.
Don't tell him the aircon don't work.
All right, go on, I'll speak to you soon, yeah?
All right, mate.
Take care, good luck. Bye.
Hey, it's been a long day. Yeah, I don't want to go into detail, but you know when people are trying it with you, yeah, and then you're like, hey, listen, you don't know me like that. And then I come out to leave, yeah, and this is the garbage that I got to see on my landing. Look at this nonsense. Terry Corleone here. And when he's doing it, the man said, oh yeah, Daniel, this is a smooth cigar. It's actually quite a smooth cigar, you know. This man's standing on the landing at 5:42 smoking a cigar.
It's outside of work, though.
Outside of work, it's never outside of work time.
Taking a fag break in work.
And if you knew the day that we've been having and the conversation we're just having, the way people are trying it.
After the conversations we've just had, there's a few people that need me to smoke this.
Yeah. And do you know what? For the first time, yeah, when Terry normally comes to me and goes, blah, I was go, Terry, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what they say. What are they going to do about it? It's talking nonsense. Diffuse it, Terry. Negative breeds negative. Ignore it. And I said, right, here's what we're going to do. And all Terry did was repeat back.
Oh, Daniel, it's just concentrating on negativity. You got to be positive. You got to be positive. We should just ignore it. There's no point.
But you know what, Tel? I'm going to take your advice, but not smoke a cigar. I've got to walk out of my office in the rain and watch Terry smoking cigar on the landing. Go to your house, man. What's the day today? Wednesday. I'm on the road again. I spent this morning in a bathroom showroom going over the renders for the refurbishment project and the proposals. So I was looking at all these items in the flesh, having a look at the finishes of some of the sinks and the toilets, having a look at some of the slabs of tiles, shower heads, bath mixers, shower mixers, deciding what will be best, and the finishes of the taps in line with the renders which have been approved. And while I was there, I had a little episode with an electric toilet. Now I've been told that this toilet knows when somebody walks into the room, so I'm going to test it. I'm going to sneak up on this toilet. All right, so the toilet opened when I stepped into the room. Remote control here. All right, seat is lit up. Right, so apparently it's a heated seat. I'll get back to you in a minute. Without going into too much detail, I used the system. I obviously didn't read the instructions before, because if you read the instructions, it means you don't know how to do it. I didn't know if it was on a cycle. So I thought, how long am I supposed to sit here for while all this water is going all over the place? And I thought, if I get up, I'm gonna flood the bathroom, and I don't wanna be that guy that floods the bathroom. Start pressing buttons. Next thing I know, there was a load of air. And I'm not sure if I feel clean or violated. I'm not sure. I'm gonna think about it. But it's definitely an experience. Now I've had a heated toilet seat, I don't know if I can go through my life without a heated toilet seat. First world problems. And now I'm on the way to the refurbishment project to have a look at setting up the site again. Some of the questions I had when I was looking at the bathroom and the stuff that's going to go in there, I need to have a closer look in the actual space to get a better idea of how it may feel. At the refurbishment project, we are just mobilizing again and getting the site moving. We're removing all the windows. They're all going to be changed, and we're waiting for the structural engineer to let us know the calculations for the steels, which are going to be on the ground floor in the kitchen, on the first floor in the master bedroom, and in the loft. We've already got materials to do the loft floor, but we need the steels approved. Moving the windows on the stairs actually means that we've got an easier job of getting the steels in here. And thankfully, it's been raining a lot, but the scaffold is also completely finished. Other than the steels in the kitchen area, all the structural work on the ground floor is done, I'm happy to say. And take a look at the basement. Insulation for the floor is here, but we're just waiting for Chris and Bartek to finish off at the luxury bathroom project, and then we're going to start in the basement. So we're going to start here, put down the insulation, we're going to do the underfloor heating, we're going to screed, and then people are going to start to fit the walls in, and Will's going to start to run cables for the lovely home cinema and games room that's going to be here. Then Chris and Bartek are going to move onto the ground floor, and they're going to start laying the insulation, underfloor heating and screed. Then there'll be another team putting up the walls on the first floor and putting everything together. And all that will be possible because now I'm looking and the basement is bone dry. And it rained over the entire Christmas period. That is a result. I'm happy about that. I'm gonna leave here, jump in the car. I have a problem at the moment, a big problem with a company that we've worked a lot with. There was a time when a lot of people who worked at that company, I knew them very well, and they supported Ashville. We had a great relationship. We used to do a lot together, but there's new people there. We are having some serious problems with them, like legal problems. I always like to try and pacify the situation. Even if I think I'm right, even if I think I'm gonna easily win this, I just think, what is the point? It's a waste of time, it's negative energy. Sometimes people don't care because they know that the company they work for, they have the financial and the legal might of that company. So it's more just about trying to squash the little man. This has been going on for a long time, and I got kind of tired of getting bullied the other day, and I started to point out a couple of legal things which they had done, which they shouldn't have done. They started it, and I said, coming in, let's have it, because I can't be getting bullied. I've got to draw the line somewhere. And then they called their dad. So the second I responded, they handed it over to an external law firm. That could be interpreted in a number of ways. One, it's about to get serious and you're going to get flattened. Or two, they've realised they're in the wrong and they don't want to back down. However, if the external legal department come to negotiation and you manage to settle it amicably, they didn't actually back down. The solicitor did it, and they also haven't admitted that they're wrong. Perhaps it's a smart play on their behalf, but I just want it to get resolved as quickly as possible. So my team have reached out and said, look, before you write any letters, before we rack up any bills, let's have a conversation. Let's get on the phone, let's gather an understanding of where we are, and let's try and work it out. So I hope that can be done today. Over the Christmas period, the luxury bathroom project, we were working there because the family were away on holiday. So we weren't working at the refurbishment project, but we were working at the luxury bathroom project, and I'm happy to say that one of the bathrooms is complete. And as you can see by these pictures, it looks really, really nice. Very happy about that. We haven't finished the other one because we did not work on the other one over the Christmas period. We were working on some of the lighting, fitting new lights around, and the control 4 work, because the family preferred that was finished before they came back from holiday. Now we've pushed that along, we're going to get back to work in the second and pink whirlwind bathroom, as I call it. It's Thursday and I'm in the yard. It's just gone 7 o'clock. It's still dark outside. Something has been brought to my attention and I'm trying my best not to let it mash up my entire day. Now, there are a number of ways that you can make money. You can get a job, you can be self-employed, you can learn a trade, you can start a business, you can have a job and have a side hustle, and as you have that side hustle, like, you can grow your business and then make the change. But there's other people out there who are trying to make money for a living who are just on scams. You have to dodge them, kind of like the Matrix. And if I was more nimble, I would go backwards like this and Will can do an effect where there were like bullets or scams going over me. So while we're working hard to build up new content, there's some lowlifes who are making fake Ashville profiles. They're going on our videos and they're leaving loads of comments trying to draw people in. Now, we try to block them as quickly as we physically can, but we don't manage to get to all of them within microseconds. So they're replying to people's comments and they're telling them that they're winning a prize. Unfortunately, they've got some people's attention. We have an email from a lady in Uganda who's about to send money. I'm furious! So I am furious, but I'm also curious because I want to see how they're doing this. So I can see what they're doing is they're taking people from the comments and they're moving them to another app called Telegram. I'm not gonna win any spelling contest, but it kind of looks like it's not an English speaking person. They list the winners where it looks like your name is amongst other like random names, and they will then establish where you are and offer you to pick up your prize. So they're building it here, they're building it. You pick a number, which I'm sure is all really exciting, and then they list your corresponding prize. And oh look, you want a PS5. Now they want your full address and a picture with the prize. It's probably a great convincer, because when you start hearing that, like,
can we show that you're a winner?
You probably think,
oh yeah, well now I've definitely won, this all seems very normal.
And they're asking about shipping. So now you're speaking with a shipping company, very likely the same person, and the winner has to pay for the shipping location. And after, of course, they confirm that your details are valid. So after you pay for the shipping, then they're gonna confirm that your details are valid. Think about this, this is clear profit for these scammers. So they're just trying to charge you for the shipping and say there's a prize, but there is no prize. So you're gonna pay them for the shipping and then your money's gone. And so will they be. Another convincer they use is feedback from others who have received the PS5. Even though there's nothing in any of the pictures, and trying to fool the person, they just look like images on Facebook. These pictures look like random things that they've just screen grabbed off people. So we've gone and Googled, surprise my fiance with a PS5, and found this video on TikTok from Christmas 2020. Now guys, I'm not saying we're gonna never do a giveaway. We may well do one, but if we're gonna do something, it's gonna be a lot more creative than hitting you up in the comments and then trying to speak to you on Telegram. Please don't think that you won a prize with Ashville because someone mentioned you in the comments, even if they use our logo or a picture of me like as their profile. Guys, protect your money. You've all worked very hard for it. So if you see anything like that in the comments or any other profile claiming to be Ashville, please ignore it and safeguard your money, or get involved and wind them up. But I'm sure none of you have got time for that because you're all very busy people. I've got meetings starting at 8 o'clock. Gonna quickly tackle my emails and be ready. What tyre fitter working over there? Tyre delivery. I love to see that. Tyre fitter, flat out, fixing a puncture, and a delivery of new high quality tyres coming into the yard. We actually did a little test the other day. We started to look at what we've spent on new tyres since we've had a tyre fit and the tyre fitters' wages, comparing with other months in the year and dividing it to see if we actually make a saving. And I'm happy to say, we are. Tyre fitter is doing some work on the shovel, not repair work on the tyres, some prevention work. And I can see Terry in the yard shouting and loads of machines going around. I'm going to leave Terry to it. I've got my own bits to do. It's Friday. I'm in the yard. Something Terry's been working on for a little while is when the locomotives come in here, being able to refuel them. So we've been speaking to HMRC for a while and we are just putting the red diesel tank in place. So the boys are going to just sort out the ground level, drop that in place. So when HMRC come on Monday, they see that it is in fact a rail yard. They see we have a bunded diesel tank and see that we are capable of doing the work. The rams for the L860 bucket are arriving back today. They're going to be fitted on. The bucket will be brought to us, but then we're going to have to do some work turning round the blades. As I said, the train isn't coming till next Thursday, so hopefully it's here before then, because should the second bucket break down mid-offload, we will be in a lot of trouble, and Terry or I will be in the wagons with a shovel trying to get it all empty. I'm on the lookout for a workshop, not a brand new one, workshop where we can work on the lorries and dig a proper pit and take a bit of our maintenance in-house. But I want a double workshop so we can put the tipper body and the crane up in the air without it touching the ceiling. But I'm not looking for a new one. I'm looking for a second-hand one, possibly at an industrial place where they're getting rid of it and we can take it and adapt it and put it back together ourselves, and of course paint it black and make it Ashville. Oh no. It's Saturday and I'm in the yard. No, it is working. It's Saturday. I'm in the yard. I have my suitcase in my car. I'm leaving for LA. I have to be at the airport in about an hour and a half. And the boys have sent me a picture. And we have some fibre running from this office to that office, a cable that we put in a while back that cost me a lot of money. It's been exposed. Now, the reason it's been exposed is because as we clean that yard, we're forever scraping with the grading bucket. We keep scraping, lorries are driving over it, water, tyres, and because it's not concreted, the level has actually dropped significantly from out here. The cable was just protected in some flexi conduit. It used to be about this deep down. Now it's been exposed. And because there was a water puddle on top of it, no one realised that lorries were driving over it. I've just checked the cameras, they're still working, which is good. So the fibre has not been damaged at the moment. So let's dig it out, try and assess the cable, see if we can protect it. Now the 926 is down. It's down, it's on the pile, it's going to get fixed on Monday when the fitter's back in, we have the part. But I am going to pretend that I did, because I can't, it must be an optical illusion what I saw. Because I saw my grapple bucket being used to dig there. And it's not possible that I could have seen that. Because when there's a digging bucket over there, it's not possible that my new grapple bucket, it's not possible that it could have been used to dig. I've obviously just seen an optical illusion. I haven't been sleeping a lot. I'm very stressed out, high levels of anxiety. Maybe I'm dehydrated and I have seen a couple of mirages. These things happen all the time. It's wear and tear. It's not a brand new machine, but there are some things that you're meant to do. There's procedures and there's ways that you're meant to operate this. Here's the idler, yeah? When you're tracking long distances or you're going upwards or you're going down, you always want your idler at the front and you want your sprocket at the back. That's how it works. That's how you distribute the pressure. So if I look at where this is snapped, this doesn't look to me like this was tracking up the pile with the idler at the front. I'm not saying that's what caused it, but it's not best practice and it does put a lot of pressure on it. The bolt was probably going to snap anyway at some point, but with long usage of machines in that way, you do put a lot more stress on it and you can cause a lot more damage. Anyway, and if it was working, we'd be able to dig out that trench a whole lot easier. What I want to do now is dig that trench out a bit lower. I do need to raise the level over there. I don't want to raise the level everywhere right now because the yard is wet. I want to dig it out a bit. The material's fine. We can take it and put it back on top of the pipe, and then I want to pour some concrete on top of it to protect it. But I don't want to pour concrete to the existing level. I want to pour concrete which is a bit higher, and then I want to put sort of like a slope on it. It protects it, so it will be like a speed bump. It will slow everyone down in here. But also, when we build up the levels around it, then we have the original level to work to. When we have some good weather, I'm digging out all of this and putting concrete here, yeah? But for now, I have to protect this. If this breaks, no weighbridge. Yeah? Just take this and put back on top. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff, yeah?
Top. Okay, and this comes like that high, yeah? It's fine here, yeah? Because it's low. See how much comes from there, yeah? There.
Yeah.
It's a lot low, isn't it?
Okay, so you're saying instead of going lower here,
I say yeah.
dig that, spend the time to dig there because this is actually lower than there. Yeah, okay, fine. This is where the lorry comes off the weighbridge driving again. I need to put some concrete here to protect this, yeah? Okay, well the plan's changed. Flow's right. The level here is much lower than it is over there. And if you dig this even deeper, yeah, it's a bit of a pain. And we don't have a lot of time because the boys finish at 2 o'clock today and it's 10:55. So there's not a lot of time to do this. And this has to be done so it's dry for Monday morning. So we're gonna spend the digging time to dig over here in this area so we can drop that bit down and then pour some concrete and raise the whole area. Wilson's dropping me to the airport, but firstly I have to go Terminal 3 and do a rapid COVID test, and then I have to go to Terminal 2 for my flight. Wilson gets in my car, disconnects my phone from Bluetooth and connects his own phone. So I'm going to be listening to Wilson's tunes on the way to the airport as we talk about what's going to happen in my absence. The work we're doing to hide those cables, it's not perfect, man. It doesn't look great. It's not pretty. It's not ideal. It's not how I would do it if we had time to do it properly. But I know a lot of you are going to say,
Oh, that's rubbish work. Look how they've done it.
but I just need to protect that cable and ensure that I don't limit the access so the lorries can get in and out on Monday and we can continue to work, and maybe over a bank holiday or something we'll concrete the area, or we may be having a big old shift around in the yard. We may have some more space, so we kind of have to just make do with everything we've got and just patch a couple of things because we don't know what 2023 holds, and there's no point investing lots of time, hours, money and resources in fixing something and then next thing you know you need to dig it up again because you need to do more work. Wilson, what are you saying, Wilson?
Not too much.
What's the latest? Just there, yeah?
Yeah.
I feel you, Wilson. I'm also just there. What's the plan for the weekend?
I can't say it on video.
That sounds like a plan that I want to hear in the hours. Hey! Hey, Wilson's gonna have a good weekend, boy. Have to respect Wilson's privacy. Right, it's time to go and have my COVID test. Terminal 2.
Terminal 2.
Driver, don't stop at all.
That's very quick.
Made it to Terminal 2. Once again, Wilson, no flexing in my whip. There are multiple reports of you driving around Soho and those sort of areas, flexing in my whip. No flexing this time. Yeah? No gassing. No gassing. Wilson's heading back to the yard.
Don't expose the parking.
To be fair, it wasn't him. The person behind a minute ago parked very badly. Off we go. The lads in the yard have now finished with the concrete. And as I said, it doesn't look perfect, but if that dries on Monday, if we then take that material and we put it around the edges and we put it on top of it, that should be perfect. An hour later, I still haven't boarded because there's a problem with the plane, a technical issue, and they're not sure if the plane is flight worthy. So they have sent a message to headquarters. They're saying sorry, they cannot give us a timescale, they cannot update us, and they don't know if the plane's flight worthy. Well, I'm going back to the lounge, and I would prefer they work that out down here than up there. I was meant to leave at 3:20. It is now 4:49, and the flight has been cancelled. I am meant to be filming tomorrow. Oh no. Oh no.
No, you need to speak to the airlines.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now escorting all customers to the arrivals.
Oh my God.
Once again, just to recap,
We have
for those
to
customers travelling
go
in
to
business
arrivals
class, you can
and
stay
baggage
at the
reclaim
Hilton
and take
Hotel.
all our bags back. Oh my goodness. From what I hear, they want to put us up in a hotel in the Hilton, but I have no idea when the next flight is going to be. I'm going to speak to my management, get them to speak to the production company, get my bags and try and get on another flight with another airline as soon as possible. Man. Sorry, just so I know, what is the process? What happens? What we have to get our bags and then
our chocolate they are the arrival. They're going to give you your rights, and then they're going to tell you which hotel.
do we get on? Is there another plane ready or not? Or
No,
what
there's
is?
no plane today.
There's no plane today.
How do we get?
Okay, so you heard it. There's no other plane today. Production company. Hello. On top of everything else, of trying to be at work and try and be here on time and try and get to another country and try and acclimatise to different temperature and a time difference and try and plan all my work. I'm struggling to plan emails to go out Monday morning, and I now have to get my bags back and come out of the airport while everyone looks for flights. This is just long, all of this, man. The conveyor belt is working about as well as the plane did, and you can see everyone here frantically on their phone trying to rebook. So this flight had 300 odd people on it, and everyone here is going to try and get their bag and get through to try and get on the next flight, because they're saying by phone you can't do it, but at the desk here you can. I've got my bags, and I've had no news from my management or the production company, so from what I can see, and as it gets later and later, I'll be going back home with my bags. And I don't know what time there will be a flight tomorrow, if any. Fantastic. Sunday morning, 5 a.m, take 2. I'm trying to get on the plane again. I've been rebooked on a flight that leaves at 8 a.m, so I'm trying to get there in good time. Thank you. So the flight is now leaving at 9:10 and it's boarding. I just asked the question, why are we delayed? And they said,
We're not.
And I said, well, we were meant to leave at 8 a.m. And they went,
No, we weren't. You're confused.
I said, I'm confused. Okay. Clearly I'm confused because my boarding pass doesn't say 8 o'clock, but we are boarding now. Just want to address something. Lately, on 1 or 2 platforms, it happens every now and then, there have been people saying, negative things about me, trying to discredit me, take me down. Firstly, I want to thank the people that jump on there and enthusiastically defend me. Thank you guys, I appreciate you a lot, and I want to say, if there are things that are going on at Ashville that I'm not sharing at the moment, I promise you, as always, I will share it with you, but sometimes there's a reason why I can't share it at that time, or it could be part of a bigger story and a bigger picture, and when the time is right, I will let you know everything, because I appreciate all of you following us on the journey, and I want to give you the full picture, so bear with me. But I will not spend time that I'm never going to get back, like defending myself or feeding into negativity. When I see someone spending time trolling, researching, phoning, responding to people who defend me, like going out of their way to do their best to discredit me, I'll be honest, the person could spend that time working on themselves or learning, and God bless you, man. If that's what you feel you need to do, because for whatever reason you feel that rather than work on yourself, you can put energy into discrediting me, God bless you. I wish you the best. I have learned that 2 negatives do not make a positive. I would much rather focus on working on myself and working on my business, moving forward and trying to document that as best I can. Often when someone's discrediting me, because people want to defend me, they give me information on the person.
Say, yeah, but this person's done this and this person's done that, and they this and they're saying this about you, and they this and they that, and they're 10 times worse.
I'm still not going to say it. I'm still not going to say it. I'm not going to involve myself in it because I don't want to take part in any of it. I just think to myself, the person isn't mad at me. They're mad at themselves. I hope that you can take that energy and point it in another direction, you know, and do something which makes you happy. If this makes you happy trying to discredit me, you carry on. We're moving. Well, whatever they did to the plane, we thankfully have made it safely. So whoever's on that maintenance team, you're a bit late, but you did a good job. How you doing?
Daniel?
Yes.
Louis?
Yeah.
Okay, that's me, okay.
I'm officially in LA. I'm leaving the hotel and I'm going out to find something to eat because it's 2 p.m, which means it's 10 p.m. at home. And if I fall asleep, I am finished. I just had a message from a fella I know called Michael O'Donnell. A very long time ago, we had the archive container delivered to the yard and he delivered it for us. And he just sent me a picture of the Scania lorry. So this man is based around the corner. He's gone all the way to Ireland and bought the one of the R500 tractor units, and he's brought it back and he's put his company colours on it. I'm very happy that it has gone to a happy home, and I wish Michael the best with it. I hope it's as good to him as it was to me, and I hope he can make the numbers add up. Time to find some food. I am in LA, and that's it for Ashville Weekly episode 118. Click here for the Ashville website, click here to subscribe to our channel, click here to see an Ashville video you may not have seen before, and click here for last week's episode, which was number 117.